Hello, my dear friends. This past week we suffered a tremendous loss with the passing of our dear friend Rabbi Dr. Yisrael Rivkin Zecher Tzaddik V'Bracha. It was a tremendous loss for myself. He was a dear friend for our community, for our shul, for Klal Yisrael. We will have a speidim in the shul this coming Sunday at 7 p.m. But in my remarks this morning, because of the very close relationship that I had with Rabbi Yisrael, I want to express one idea where Rabbi Yisrael was extraordinary, and I want to share that with you. The Torah says, Ki ha-mitzvah azos asher anochi mitzavcha hayom. In this week's parsha, this mitzvah, which some say is the mitzvah of tshuva, others say it means the mitzvahs of the Torah, it's not hidden from you and it's not far away. How so? Lo v'shamayim, it's not up in the heavens. That somebody might say you have to go up into the heavens to study the Torah. It's not the case. You don't have to be an astronaut in order to study Torah. And you don't have to travel on a ship across the ocean in order to study Torah or to do tshuva. It's very close to you. It's in your mouth and your heart in order to, it's easily attainable. So the obvious question is, why does the Torah have to say it's not b'shamayim? That's like a straw man. You suggest the absurd and then you knock it down. Well, of course it's not b'shamayim. Does anybody believe that you have to travel to Mars in order to study the Torah? No one has that notion. So why does the Torah have to disprove it or negate it and say it's not the case? Of course, nobody thinks you have to be an astronaut in order to study the Torah. So I once saw a thought expressed by Rabbi Shafir, beautiful mashal. He says that the elephant is the strongest animal in the jungle. So the actually strongest animal on the face of the earth. An elephant can carry a ton on its back. An elephant is extremely strong. Nonetheless, if you've ever seen an elephant at a zoo, how do they contain the elephant? How do they stop the elephant from stampeding and running away? They put a peg in the ground, and then they tie a rope to the peg, and then they tie a rope around the neck of the elephant, or they tie the rope around the foot of the elephant, and that keeps the elephant in place. So the question is, how in the world does that stop the elephant? All it has to do is flick its foot, and the peg will come flying out of the ground. How does that prevent the elephant from moving from its place? So the answer to that is that when people train elephants, what they do is, when the elephant is a baby and the strength of the elephant is limited, they tie the elephant down with a peg. And the elephant knows from the time it's born that it's incapable of pulling that peg out of the ground. And as an elephant gets older, the elephant doesn't even bother trying to uproot the peg from the ground, because the elephant has been trained to know that it's impossible to do so. And that's how people are. Everybody has pegs in their mind, which are, a peg is a psychological barrier that people feel that it's just impossible for me to do this. I can't accomplish it. It's beyond my capability. So the Torah is saying that there are people that believe that the Torah is as unattainable as going to the Shemayim. That's how just like you can't go fly up to the moon. So you expect me to do tshuva? I can't. My whole life I've been living a certain way. You expect me to change? You expect me to perform these mitzvahs? You expect me to study Daf Yomi? It's beyond my ability. I once had a situation where a person called me up. They were diagnosed with a certain illness, and they asked me for a panacea. Which kapitel Tehillim can I say that will make me better? So I said, I'm not an expert in knowing which kapitel Tehillim, but I have a better idea. Why don't you pick 1 hour a day when you won't speak Lashon Hara? That'll be a bigger school, a bigger schus, a bigger merit than saying one kapitel Tehillim. 1 hour a day, no Lashon Hara. So the person said, when you say no Lashon Hara, does that mean no Lashon Hara during that hour? Not at all. I said, yeah, no Lashon Hara. The person says, Rabbi Luban, I can't do that. What do you expect from me? I shouldn't be able to speak Lashon Hara during 1 hour a day. It's impossible. That is a peg. That's a psychological barrier. Why is it impossible? Because you think you can't do it. If you believe that you can't jump 4 feet, you won't be able to jump 4 feet. It'll be impossible. So that's the Torah is saying that there are people that think that the Torah is b'shamayim. It means it's as unattainable as taking a rocket ship and going to outer space. So the Torah says, no, it's not that far away, because it's befichol v'avchosa. It's all in your head. It's all in your mind. What's stopping you from not speaking Lashon Hara? What's stopping you from doing tshuva? What interference is there that's preventing you from deciding to learn Daf Yomi? Nothing. It's all a peg. That it's all a psychological, imagined barrier that you've created for yourself, and that's what's interfering. That's the point of the Torah. Rashi says, "Lo v'shamayim." The Torah is not in the Shemayim. So Rashi says an amazing thing. He says, if it would be in the Shemayim, she'ilu haisa b'Shemayim haisa tzarich la'alos acharei l'lamdam. If it would be in the Shemayim, you would have to go up to the Shemayim to study the Torah. So what does Rashi mean? Nowadays we have space travel. Okay, I understand. If the Torah was written today, you could say that. But the Torah was written 3,500 years ago. What does Rashi mean that if it would be in the Shemayim, you'd have to go up to the Shemayim? How could you go up to the Shemayim? It's impossible. I think the answer is that things are only impossible when you think they're impossible. The Jews are very innovative, very creative. Look what they did this past week with cell phones and beepers and pagers. Unbelievable stuff. They remotely exploded them. It's like science fiction that they were able to do that. The Iron Dome, before it was developed, the naysayers says it's impossible to have an Iron Dome that's going to take out missiles, but it could be done. If a person would know that the only way to achieve the Torah is through going to outer space, so people would figure it out. How? Because people are smart, and they would. Maybe space travel was first developed 100 years ago, or the Wright brothers that developed the airplane. Maybe if people had thought about it 3,000 years ago, if they knew that God expects them to be able to go up to the Shemayim, maybe they would have figured out a way of doing that 3,000 years ago. The Torah expresses the same thought. Rashi expresses when the Meraglim came back from Eretz Yisrael, and the Meraglim said, we can't conquer Eretz Yisrael. So Kalev said, Olo Nala, we could conquer it. So Rashi says, why does it say Olo Na'ala? What does it mean? Olo, this is repetitive. Olo Na'ala, we will go up. So Rashi says that even if we have to go into the Shemayim to conquer Eretz Yisrael, we could do it. It's the same idea. How are you going to do it? How are you going to go to the Shemayim? Because if you feel passionate, if you know that there's something that you have to do, then you'll be able to do it. If God would say this is what you should do, then you'll figure out a way. When in the beginning of the Torah, when they built Migdal Bavel, the Tower of Babel, so the Chumash says, God said, if we don't stop them, nothing will prevent from accomplishing what they intended to do. So Rashi says, why did they build the Migdal Bavel? Because they thought God brought a Mabul to the world. They're going to go deluge. They're going to go do battle with God. So they're building this tower to go up to the Shemayim to do battle with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Or they thought that the reason why there was a Mabul is because the heavens collapsed. So they were going to go up to the Shemayim and build a barrier to keep the heavens in place. Absurd, right? But the Rebbeinu Shalom said that if we don't prevent, God went and mixed up their languages. But he said if we won't do that, nothing will interfere with their accomplishing whatever they wanted to accomplish. Because a human being, if there's a will to do it, it's possible to accomplish that. Yaakov Avinu, when he was traveling when he left his father's house, and he had this famous dream, Sulam Mutzav Artzav Rosh Magiyah Hashemayim. He had a ladder that was rooted in the ground, and it towered into the Shemayim. So I would suggest that was the Chumash says by Yaakov V'hinei Sulam Mutzav Artzav. He dreamt of a Sulam Mutzav Artzav Rosh Magiyah Hashemayim. I would suggest that was the dream of Yaakov Avinu. That even though he's rooted in the grave, even though he's a human being, but he's going to go Rosh Magiyah Hashemayim. He's going to go up to the heavens. Spiritually, he's going to ascend to the heavens, and nothing's going to stop him, even though he's rooted in the ground. That's the way a Jew has to think. That there's no There are no barriers. There's no pegs. There's no psychological limitations. Whatever I want to accomplish, I'm capable of doing so. And that was Yisrael Rivkin. Yisrael Rivkin was indefatigable. You could not stop him. If he decided, if he made up his mind that he was going to do something, he did it. Whether it was the political involvement in the community, one-man political action organization, or whether his learning program. He had so many chavrusas with his children and grandchildren and members of the shul and being in Eretz Yisrael, you would have thought that when he moved to Eretz Yisrael, he would have severed his connection to this community. He was still running the politics in Highland Park from his apartment in Shari Chesed in Yerushalayim, because in Yisrael's mind there was no such thing as lo nala. We can't go up. Oh, lo nala. Even if it means let's go b'shamayim, even if we have to go up to the Shemayim. If you have to do it, so you do it. That's it. There's nothing that he was unstoppable in his determination to accomplish and to achieve, and that's something that should inspire all of us, and especially now that it's Erev Rosh Hashanah, and it's a time of tshuva, and we all have these pegs, and these, like Yisrael used to talk to me about the bugs in people's heads. We all have bugs in our heads. We all have these limitations. We all feel that every year I try to change. I'm not going to change. It's all nonsense. The Chumash says, it's very close to you. It's in your heart already. It's in your mouth. All you have to do is do it. What's stopping you? There's no physical barrier. It's just in your mind. And that's something that we should be inspired by the example of our dear friend who tragically passed away, Rabbi Dr. Yisrael Rivkin, Olav Hashalom. I wish all of you a wonderful year, and we should have a ksiva chesima tova. It's been a year of so many problems, so many difficulties. The October 7th is still unresolved. It's still the hostage situation and the fighting in Eretz Yisrael. In Mitzvah Hashem, it should be a year of peace and tranquility, and the hostages should be released as quickly as today. They should be released already, and there should be shalom for all of Klal Yisrael. And I wish all of you a ksiva v'chesima tova.